Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Parenting Lab. I am excited to continue our Real Stories series here by introducing Dylan to you, who is Tessie's husband, who we met last week. And he gets to tell us a little bit about the journey that he had and when he was working with me as his parent coach. So, Dylan, thank you so much for being here. This is
Absolutely.
so fantastic to reconnect with you. For the people that are just coming in, tell me a little bit about your family and how you felt as we started working together.
I have two kids, 13 and 9. 13-year-old's a girl. I think that's incredibly important to know in
It
this
is.
situation because she was the reason we really got into this. It was a tough time. Our daughter was really just pushing competitive dance. I didn't understand it, right? Competitive dance is a whole universe that logically wasn't making sense to me. Every time we'd have a big performance, it would be an emotional roller coaster the entire time. And I know it's normal because everyone around me is like, just be ready. The best thing you can do right now is just let her cry. And it's like, I'm going to put my daughter in a situation where we have to be okay, like to suffer like this. It's so
Yeah.
interesting. So it was causing a lot of emotions for me because logically it's just like, stop doing the thing that hurts you.
Yeah.
I know you love it, but it seems to be causing you to be depleted.
Mm-hmm.
And that's unique to me because I don't want to do things that deplete me. I want to do things that fill me.
Mm-hmm.
So why are we doing this? But it was causing tension in the house because I didn't know how to communicate it. Tessie didn't know how to feel me communicate it. And Teasley was just caught in the middle of it. And I think the scariest part about that is if we didn't face that, what would have happened?
Mhm.
Right? Like we talked about how I was like when I first started. I was very dismissive. It was like, fine, Tessie, do this class. I remember being like, I know. She's gonna tell me what I know and it's gonna actually help me. Because what I'm seeing right now with the way you get mad at me about these things doesn't make
Mhm.
sense. So let's go to school. You'll learn. We'll talk about it. And then it
You'll
was,
figure out your stuff. You'll figure
yeah,
out how to show up better.
yeah. I was
And
like, I can handle conflict.
yeah.
Conflict doesn't scare me. If Tazy wants to push, I'll push back. I'll set the boundaries. I'll use those words. But in reality, she doesn't do something, consequences need to follow. Right? It doesn't make sense that, you get to act out and you don't get grounded. You don't get things taken away. Tessie was trying to introduce gentle parenting. I think that word should be changed now because
I agree. I
it's
agree.
no one
It's
likes
gotten
it.
a bad rep.
It's not
It's
gentle.
gotten a
It's
bad rep.
it's aggressive still.
Yeah.
Um,
That's why we say empowered parent.
Empowered parenting's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not about control. It's about power. It's like how much can I power myself up to like not react, right? Like I need the tools. I'm empowering myself with the tools to not react.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you were a little bit resistant to coming into the coaching
I think I wasn't
space.
resistant because I was like, I'm about to prove my point.
Okay.
I genuinely couldn't see parenting any other way. I mean, I wasn't like a strict parent,
Mm-hmm.
but I was losing my cool sometimes.
Sure.
But I was like, every parent loses their cool sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I definitely couldn't do hey, we don't do that. That's not genuine to me. And I want to be genuine with my kids at all times.
So looking back, what do you think was your blind spot? What were you not able to see before the coaching?
This is a weird, abstract answer. Like, I was able to see me more.
Mm-hmm.
I was done with the perspective going out and what made sense out here. And then I realized there's a lot of confusion in there. Once I could see it, because I couldn't see it before, like,
Mm-hmm.
I was right. Everything I've done made sense and things worked out and didn't have to worry about it too much. And if I did mess up, if I was learning, I could power through with strength and put my shoulder to the wheel, and just
Mm-hmm.
do what I need to do to make it work. Like when Tessie and I were first started dating, a lot of people were like, you can't do this. It was crazy. I've received a lot of people just hyping me up my whole life. And then all of a sudden I want to date someone with a child and I'm getting talking to by people saying children are a big deal.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're ready? Are you mature enough for it? I'm still not mature enough for it, right? Like I am a wild dude. Like
Yeah.
I just don't think too much before I talk. I just talk.
Yeah.
And I think people made that seem like I wasn't ready to love a child.
Mm.
That was very interesting to me. It happened all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I did it. And I was doing well enough, right? Hazley accepted me immediately, which
Yeah.
I was aware then that that was special.
Yeah.
I didn't think that, oh, I did it. She loves me now. It was like, this makes sense. And so that was how I knew that it was, right? It's hard to explain because I hear people talk about the adoption. It was a cool little dance we danced so that everyone could know.
Yeah.
But there was a moment, where it happened.
Where she became yours.
Mhm.
Yeah. What does it feel like to reflect on that moment now?
It's fantastic. Like, it was a special moment. And I do think about it sometimes, but when I think about it, it's more with gratitude. It's like, it was awesome.
Yeah.
That was a good moment. I appreciated that moment.
Yeah. That's a nice space to be in. I love that. So what surprised you the most about working, not just with me, but in the coaching space?
Well, surprised me the most was how wrong I was, which is rare. It was okay. Now both of you figure out what triggers you. Both of you figure out what's causing you to react this way with the kids or with each other. And it really did a good job. It feels like the coaching put me on a path. That makes sense. And every part of that mattered.
Yeah.
In the time. And then I was able to just like go with it. And then go back and reflect on it. It'd be kind of cool to go back into it, just do the whole thing all over again and see
what it brings up now.
Yeah. It's another tool for us to use to just be better parents.
Right.
Which we heckin' need right now. Yeah.
At every stage. And I think that's really the beauty of this work is that it's never done. It's peeling back layers. Right. So it's like, okay, so we did this program that often now takes me a year to go through with people, but we did it in 12 weeks. We really went through it quickly. But to take people on this journey again, and you learn something completely different because you're just peeling back the layers of your own psychology and your own emotions and your own conditioning. And each time that you review this information, it kind of prepares you to go to that next level.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's met with resistance. And sometimes it's met with fear. And sometimes it's met with like, okay, let's do this. I'm ready. Right. But every time you examine, it's going to bring up something new.
So much information in it too.
It's so much information. Yeah. Was that a challenge for you?
I think that was the best part about it.
Okay.
Right. Because it's a lot of information. And you're going to filter what you need in that moment. Yeah. And then that's what makes it so useful. That's why I'm excited to do it again. It's like, okay, that was a lot of filtering that happened since I did it. What can I filter now from it? What higher knowledge is in there that's going to spark something in my head that's going to get me interested about something that will lead me to the point to where I'm growing. Yeah. And it might be something that you completely overlooked the first time. Right. It could have just gone completely through my head. Exactly. Yeah. Like, even though you were doing the workbooks and you were going through this process, it's like you picked what you needed at the time and we worked on that and we focused on those things and made huge changes for your family. Yeah. But now you're in a different space and you've had years to grow. Yeah. And change. And now we get to. And the first time I did it, I honestly didn't want to do it at all. I was working like 100 hours a week. Yeah. And my job was at a point that was like, it was really emotional. It was a very emotional time for my job. And a real tipping point, honestly. So it was like, how long were we doing? It was like an hour and a half. And it was every week. And I remember being like, okay, let's rock. Let's get this. But also, can you just do it? I probably asked that 1,000 times. And I wonder if she did. Did she do any by herself without me? Just one. Just one? That's impressive. I'm impressed with myself. Awesome. You showed up. I did. Like you did this. I must love Tessie unconditionally. I'm glad that I do. So that I did. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I love working with dads. And I think that that's a really unique space. So I kind of want to talk about that with you from the perspective of a dad. Because typically in the parenting space, it is moms that are kind of driving the transformation, right? They're the ones that tend to carry that emotional load. But tell me what that feels like as a dad to show up in this space and participate in this kind of transformation that we're working towards. What does that feel like from your perspective? Because I think it's one that we don't hear enough. I think it's incredibly valuable. I think it's incredibly valuable. The more that I strive to be a better dad, I become a better person all around. As I've done this parenting stuff and just use those tools that this course gave me that you helped us find, I put it in every aspect of my life. I've seen a lot of dads really try. I think we have a generation of dads that are really wanting to be the very best dad ever.
Yeah.
Not just because their dads were probably, absent at times, or maybe their dad was awesome and they want to be just like their dad, right? The cool thing about time is we can progress.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch Emmett become a dad because he's going to be better than me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to make it really hard for him. I'm going to make the universe
really raise the bar.
It's like,
really raise the bar.
oh, my dad didn't work on it like I worked on it. Wasn't a high bar.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that with love. But once I passed it, now it's self-motivating.
Yeah.
Now I have to go and search it out. I love learning.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I've learned so much from this course. It's like that knowledge changed me internally.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Like usually you learn things and then I can take a test externally.
Yeah.
But this stuff is like I'm improving internally so much. It's like right now where I'm at with the perspective of the dad is learning how to love. That's the hardest thing in the world. Like I talked about accountability, like consequences. It's really hard when you're really frustrated not to lay the law down, right? It's like, I need you to learn that this is unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't learn this is unacceptable, then when you're older, you're not going to be happy because you're going to have bigger consequences. And I think me finding patience in that has helped me, right? That perspective is like, okay, Taisley has no idea how to communicate this thing to me.
Yeah.
And that's okay. She doesn't need to learn that right now. She's learning incredibly fast in many other ways.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't need me to threaten her with a punishment.
Mm.
She'll get it.
Yeah.
And she's honestly a great example because she proves it to me
Yeah.
all the time. She's constantly proving to me the more just love I give her, the more I let her just walk. And then if she asks me for help, I remind her that I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be the most effective way to like have a consistently happy teen in our home.
Yeah.
Which is not an easy thing to do all the time.
No, it's not. But I think that what you're speaking to is learning that sometimes these roles that dads think they have to
Mhm.
play are very different than the roles that actually
100%.
make a difference.
Yeah, because who like decided the rules? Dads need to make sure that the children get punished so that the mom and their feelings can just love their kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then the dad will go to work, provide the home structure, and then come home and lay down the law, eat his dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And no one wants that.
Yeah.
The dad doesn't want that. The dad wants to come home and just hang out with his kids. Dad wants to come home to a happy family. What happens when the love's not in the home? How do you react then? You're going to work every day.
Yeah.
You're working really hard. Why isn't home going well? You're filling your role,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you think that's kind of the space you were in?
Yeah, no, I was working. I was providing. But then I'd come home and it'd be late or it'd been days since I've seen the kids because I'd leave before they wake up. And then to try to lay down the law at that point sucks.
Yeah. Because where's the authority?
Right.
That, I think, is where we feel the most fear.
Yeah.
Is I feel like I have these responsibilities, but I don't know how to meet this
Mm-hmm.
and have this connection at the same time.
Yeah.
And I think that what you learned in our time together is that you absolutely can have both.
So the perspective of Dill learning this lesson then of like letting Taisley live her life
Mm-hmm.
right now is the most important because I'm seeing that this is a new type of control that I'm having a hard time letting go. Last night was a perfect example. She had planned out how to hang out with her friends, get homework done, go to cheer. And we get to the end of the night and we're running behind and I just say, hey, next time we need to probably develop a better plan. Not a problem.
Yeah.
I might as well just slapped her across the face. And it took me probably 3 hours to realize that she had made this plan and it didn't work. And all I noticed is that it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it took me so long. It's so weird. Something so simple like, Taisley, you almost did it. Like, probably wouldn't say almost. I don't know. I'm still learning, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, Taisley, great plan. We had to stay up a little late tonight. That's okay. And I was thinking when I was calming down, how does Taisley not see that it's time for bed and she's not done with her homework? And she's fighting me on it. What the heck is going on? The consequence that she'll receive from this, honestly, is she's going to be tired tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's A-okay. She's tired all the time. So she needs to stay up late tonight. And then at that point, I was like, if she's done with her homework and she wants to eat, we'll let her eat some food. She wants to take a shower or bath to relax. She goes to bed at midnight. She's gonna learn how hard it is to wake up in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And that felt awesome. And then instead of spending 18 days fighting about it,
Yeah.
which happens, it's crazy. We'll fight for 18 days, but we just immediately resolve in 3 hours instead.
Yeah.
I could imagine if I didn't do any work on myself trying to maneuver this stuff right now with who I am,
Yeah.
I'd be struggling big time.
Yeah. Well, and not only that, but your relationship would be struggling.
It'd be over. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard when you feel like you're so smart. Right. And that sounds arrogant. I know I'm not. That's the hard part is like, how am I gonna learn how to do this?
Mm-hmm.
This is such a weird thing, parenting.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tessie was always wanting to buy parenting. That's honestly probably why I was so Tessie's always like, let's buy a book. I'm like, I haven't read a book since fully never probably, honestly. I skim a lot. But why would you want to buy a book? We don't have a ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing fine. What is this book gonna tell me? Just love my kids more? Like, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
So then actually diving into it and actually like letting luckily it was sneaky. The universe was like, the only way Dylan is gonna learn how to do this is if we make him think he's 100% right, and that Tessie's gonna learn from this. And then I just learned the entire time. Yeah.
Yeah. In your experience as a dad, do you think it's hard to ask for help or to admit that you need help?
I think that's just hard for people, and I think when you realize that not only is it okay to ask for help, but there's certain people that are better than you at everything, right? Maybe there's not one person that's better than you at everything, but if you take the collective, you're going to find people that are going to be better than you in every aspect of your life. And instead of making like a competition, go ask them for some help and advice. And that's been the biggest game changer for me, right? Just even at work, like I genuinely think I could hop into any work and learn it pretty quick, like basic level. I'm not going crazy here, but I could walk in any restaurant and pretty much learn the systems soon because I know who to go to,
Mm-hmm.
right? I know what the general manager is going to offer, the chef's going to offer, the servers are going to offer. And I think life's the same thing, right? There's things we can take away from our parents, from our spouses, definitely from our children. And then also when help comes, you know, I tell everyone to do this parenting class. And it's frustrating when people kind of brush it off.
Yeah.
It's like, where are you getting your stuff? Where are you learning? Because like we go to school to learn. There's no school for this.
So tell me about when things clicked for you. Was there a moment that you're just like, mm-hmm?
Taisley was watching a lot of Disney Channel and it was bugging me. You get home from dance, sit on the couch till bedtime. And I was getting furious. And I remember being like, we need to just like away TV. And that would be my excuse to be like, no TV tonight. And I remember talking to you about it and you're like, how long does she go to dance for? I was like, it's like 11 hours, 12 hours a week. And you're like, she goes to school full time? I was like, yeah. Why are you so mad at her for relaxing on the couch? And I was like, I don't know. Because I still learn from that one. Right now, I'm just thinking, I was working really hard. I didn't need to sit on the couch. But this 11-year-old girl probably needs to sit on the couch after a long day of physical work, mental work,
Mm-hmm.
emotional work with her friends to like punish them for just disassociating for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Seems weird.
Mm-hmm.
But I did not see that at all.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird not to be like, turn off the TV, go do your homework, be productive, do what you got to do, do anything but this.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely what I would have said to her.
Yeah. I think for you, one of the things I remember is that you're realizing that kids are people
Mm-hmm.
and not just tiny adults.
Yeah.
It's that these are real humans in a real stage of development that matters to them in that moment. And for you to be able to see them as they are.
Yeah.
And not for the potential
Yeah.
that you
That's a
kept
very good
seeing.
point. Yeah.
That we can recognize that, yeah, in 20 years, maybe she will be able to do 12 hours of activity and then just keep going through the day because she'll need to, because adults need to.
Mm-hmm.
But as an 11-year-old, her body wasn't ready for that. Her brain wasn't ready for that level
Yeah.
of activity and commitment without having some time to rest. And that we needed to incorporate some of that. And so learning the science of development gave you that perspective of, oh man, I need to see her as a human
Yeah.
and not just like
Which is weird
this.
when you look at your kids like that.
Right.
Because you, like, I think, I'm not speaking for all dads, but definitely for me, I think the ego is armor for us.
Mm,
And I think it's really easy for men to put that on because we have to go out every day, right? Like, you go back to our ancient ancestors,
yeah.
hunters and gatherers, the men went out and they did their thing. And we look at that as a role instead of like what they did to survive.
Hmm.
So when the survival changed, roles changed, in that aspect. But we kept our ego. We kept that armor on because we still, need to do. And ego is like a force of control too. So then I have to control the home. And when things get out of the control, I need to control it.
Hmm.
And control is a made up word. So we're just like freaking out all the time. Like, I think the reason I was losing my mind so much is because, like, I'm right. Like, dude, I've said this 1,000 times, but it's like I felt so right.
Hmm.
Like, I'm taught this. Like, if I read a book, it's gonna teach me this. But what this course did more was like, you're gonna feel this. You're gonna recognize that like this feeling's happening because you need to look at it.
Yeah.
You know, and hear Taisley in ways that she can't talk. She's 11. She can't tell me that, Dad, I'm tired. Dude.
Hmm.
She's gonna push back a little bit when I say no more TV.
Yeah.
So it helps the conversation a lot too.
Hmm. Yeah. To be able to recognize the need
Yeah.
underneath what's actually happening.
Yeah.
Right. We talked a lot about that every behavior is a result of needs being met or not being met. And so it's like, what's really going on here?
Yeah.
So if she's needing to rest, why? If she's pushing back, why? Like what need is there?
Yeah.
You
See,
know?
that's the tool you learn.
Yeah.
I that's helpful to just ask why after everything.
Yeah.
I think it's scary to ask why all the time because then you have to like answer it.
We hope so.
Yeah. I like to answer questions,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I'll ask why until nowhere else
Until
to
there's
go.
not,
Yeah.
yeah, 7 levels deep, right?
Yeah.
Right. So if the version of you that began this process were to see you as a parent now, what would he notice first?
I think if I would see my parent, I'd be really thankful, honestly, because I am. I think all the time. I'm so glad I'm not reacting.
Yeah.
I do react,
We all do.
but it takes me about 3 hours right now to calm down
Instead of 18 days.
instead of 18 days, which is huge improvement.
That is
Yeah,
a
we're
huge
making
improvement.
moves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exponential. I
Yeah.
love it. Are there any uncomfortable moments of working together?
I think every second was uncomfy. Yeah. I remember never wanting to do it. That I do remember.
Yeah.
And then doing it. You
Doing
know,
it anyway.
it's all about consistency, especially like when things are being shown to you.
Mhm.
When you're allowing yourself to recognize the things that you may need to be extra vulnerable about.
Mhm.
Just not ignoring it, staying consistent with it. I think when people have big emotions and big pains, for me, it's like me too. Like it's like, okay, I'm not gonna do that again, right? Like, no way, that was awful. But I found in certain situations, if you keep pushing, it's actually not so bad on the other side.
Mm.
In fact, it was way better than the other side.
Yeah.
If I didn't push for years to just try to understand myself as a dad, as a husband, the more I understood myself, the more I could be present with my family.
Mhm. Yeah.
You could definitely do this course and take nothing from it.
Mhm.
And it would be a tough period of time, like not even worth it.
Mhm.
And I can see that. But it's absolutely worth it if you face your demons. You just like,
Yeah.
you allow yourself to see what you're doing wrong.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And just open up space for new perspectives. What I love doing is helping people just I see where you're coming from.
Hmm.
Let's just see it this way and just tell me what that looks like
Literally.
from this new perspective.
Yeah.
Like it's not a big shift. Sometimes these are really small.
Mhm.
But what if you just looked at it this way? What does that look like now?
Yeah. On the way driving here, there was so much traffic on the freeway. We were forced to take this path by Taisley's dance. And I was in a different lane and we stopped at a stoplight. I was like, I have no idea where I am. It was just one lane over.
Mhm.
And the whole place looked different to me. It was weird. But it was just because I was seeing it literally from just that much of a different angle.
Mhm.
I all of a sudden saw the church on that street.
Mhm.
I don't know how I missed it before.
Mm-hmm.
It's very interesting when you're able to do that.
Yeah.
It's nice when you have help, right?
Yeah.
To have someone be like, listen to my perspective, even if you think it's wrong. It's
Mm-hmm.
important to see it still.
Yeah. And there were times when we would be talking and it would be like, what if we looked at it this way? And it's like, no, that doesn't change anything. That didn't land. Or okay, let's keep exploring then.
Yeah.
Let's keep finding new ways to see this
Yeah.
until we see it clearly.
To get like the whole picture of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like when you're at the optometrist and they're like, look at this one. And you're like, no, that's not good. And then they just keep switching it and switching it. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, I got it now.
Mm.
And nothing has changed other than the lens that you're looking through.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
And so it's just a matter of having someone be there to switch the lenses.
Yeah.
Like, how about this one? No? Okay, that's good. It's okay. Let's try this one.
Yeah.
That one didn't land either. It's cool. I have 100 more. It's important to understand that none of us has all the answers. Not you as a parent, not me as a coach, not a book or a resource. It's a matter of being able to take what's working, take what's not working, and keep shifting that perspective until something becomes clear.
Yeah. I think that's why my logical mind works so well with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I can plug and play.
Yeah.
And it helps with awareness too with me because it's like with Taisley's thing, it was hard for me to see it at first,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But then I kept switching lenses, right?
What would you say to other parents? And what encouragement or advice would you give them or tell them about this process that you feel like they should know?
I really focus on being a dad as much as most dads, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And in the process, I am very open to every tool possible. There's tools out there,
Yeah.
or like this stuff, or why wouldn't you use it if it's there? You know, hey, you're figuring it out well. Like, could you imagine figuring it out faster or better or stronger?
Mm-hmm.
Like being able to put words, like all of your thoughts into words, like all of your desires to be a great parent, being able to put in the words and then being able to communicate that. And that only comes with your like thinking outside of your own mind, actually hearing other perspectives, right? Or like having an outside source be able to give you a question that can sit a little bit longer. Like, Dylan, why does it bother you that Taisley's tired? That's weird, man. I don't know. Is it because I'm not tired? How is she tired? It's like, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
She's 11. You're a grown man.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's the humility to realize that's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
That's also hard. And that only comes through taking the tools and utilizing them. So specifically to dads, it's like, if you think you're doing enough right now with nothing, you're not. I think what Tessie said was something along the lines of be patient with yourself. I almost want to say the opposite to dads. You're too patient on yourself. You know, you're too feel like you're too in the right most of the time.
Mm.
And it's okay for you to be weak with your kids. You know, not like I'm not saying just make sure you cry with your kids, make them sure they see you cry. It's more just like not needing to be in control.
Yeah.
That's very difficult. Everyone that's watching this that knows me, they already know about this. Right. Like I'm always like, I took this parenting class and it changed my life.
Thank you so much
Absolutely.
for sharing so openly with me about your experience. It's so great to hear from you and see all the progress that's being made since working together. And to see that not only did this work take root, but that it's really turning into something so beautiful, not only for your family, but for you as a person.
Yeah.
That you have become a catalyst for growth in so many ways. It's possible for this work to make a difference. I believe it, but to see it in action is so encouraging. And I know that the people watching are going to be able to see that and know that there's real purpose to this. So thank you so much for being
Absolutely.
here.
And with that too, it's like it's not gonna work unless you work.
Yeah.
Like you need to be consistent with it.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, like believe it.
Yeah.
Also, it's uncomfy.
Yeah.
You're gonna be uncomfortable all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you again so much for being here. It means a lot that you would come and share with me. I hope that you guys will tune in again next week where we will talk more about the art and science of parenting and put your parenting to the test. Thanks.